What them haters talking about?
What's up, family? According to her mother, the last 2 months has been especially horrifying for Tiara Allen and her family. You see, Tiara got herself in a sticky situation while in Dubai. While traveling with a friend in a rental car, she got into a wreck. And Tiara went to the rental car place to retrieve some items, her ID and passport, and some other things. Well, she got into an altercation with one of the rental car workers, and a shouting match ensued. According to Tiara's mother, the rental car worker was rather aggressive. Some dude, really aggressive. He screamed at Tiara, and Tiara screamed back. It was at that moment that Tiara realized that she was not going to be coming home after all. You see, Tiara was charged with a crime. I mean, what kind of crime? She didn't do it. She didn't hit nobody. She didn't steal anything. She screamed. Yeah, fam. She screamed at dude. Now, according to reports, screaming is illegal in Dubai. A woman cannot raise her voice in Dubai. This is what Cornell X was saying. Cornell X is a community activist. So he's boots on the ground, always in the mix when it's going down. What do y'all think about that, fam? A woman can't even raise her voice in Dubai. It's punishable by jail. I'm surprised they didn't say death, because they don't play games out there at all. I visited Dubai a number of times, and I didn't even know you couldn't scream in Dubai. I've been to Dubai many times. I used to go to Dubai all the time. My son used to play rugby, international rugby, and we used to go there for tournaments all the time. Abu Dhabi is where we would go. And never had any type of altercations, never had a reason to raise my voice, but I didn't know you couldn't scream in Dubai. I'm sure some people can scream, but maybe it's just not women. You know, maybe women, it's one of those things, because I cannot even imagine a society where people can't even scream. Now, having said that, I don't remember anybody screaming. Here's the thing, fam. This is what you Americans need to understand. You need to understand the laws when you go to other countries. Because if you don't, you can find yourself in a really bad situation. I remember that was a case of this one guy who visited some place in, I think it was India, and he took a rock off the ground, like a rock, to collect. A rock, just a random rock. It wasn't like in a special box and, in a museum or anything. It was just a rock on the ground. Apparently, the place that he visited was some type of sacred grounds, and you're not supposed to take anything from there. So he took a rock or something, and they put him in prison. Yeah, charged him with theft. I think they put him in prison for several years. You really have to know the laws in these countries. If you're going to travel abroad, you really need to understand what the laws are. Because things that we take for granted, they don't play that in some of these other countries. So I'm really starting to get a little, I guess, aggravated when I see Americans go overseas and get in a jam with the law and then play the victim. Now, I'm not saying that old girl was all the way in the wrong, because, you know, that type of stuff happen all the time in the U.S. You know, you don't like the customer service, they get a little loud, you check them, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get a little loud. Well, I tell you, but you know what? F you and I, you can get away with that type of stuff in the U.S. But in Dubai, not so much. So it's very important to know the law of the land before that plane lands. Or else you could find yourself stuck in a cage in a foreign land for over 2 months, not knowing your fate, not knowing if you're gonna have to eventually do prison time. Hopefully, the U.S. ambassador, one of the U.S. ambassadors can step in, not one of them, but the U.S. ambassador to Dubai can step in. Hopefully the embassy will step in. Somebody will step in and try to get her back over here, because, you know, although it's a crime in that country, I get it. It's just one of those type of things that makes you go, really, man? Really? Y'all got that woman locked up for that? So hopefully she'll find her way back to Houston real soon. And family, let this be a cautionary tale. Do not let it fall on deaf ears. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
Yeah.